My favorite part about my role is to witness progress, to witness people that have been through so much, that are so deserving of good lives, actually work towards that and to obtain good lives. I commonly work with somebody um, in a sense for a short period when it comes to classes or programs, but commonly we'll create a relationship and they stay in contact. So I get to, witness results, rather than just their participation. I get to see that their family's getting better. I get to see that, they got that job that they work towards. I get to see some of the end results, and it's truly satisfying to see, a person so deserving because they've been through so much get what they truly worked hard for. So I think that is definitely by far the best part of my job. So, you know, each person, is going to have their own path. Commonly, a lot of people that are in recovery choose the path of either recovery coach, substance abuse counselor, or, something in the field. Um, for different reasons, they do that. Although, I believe each person has their own path, and that recovery field is a good field for somebody to get in that is in recovery. I also believe that there's an appropriate time for that. So I think it can be too early in some cases for somebody to venture into assisting others with their recovery when they should be prioritizing theirs. But at the same time, the best education, I think somebody working in this field would be their own recovery. So I urge a lot of people, to fully participate in whatever recovery route that they're participating in, learn what they can from it, and then, in some time, venture into trainings or schooling, education, whatever you want to label it. But I always prioritize the recovery because that's what's going to allow somebody to participate in training and employment and life in general. Show up, number one. Show up. Um, Show up, be open-minded, and participate. I mean, there's a lot of things in recovery that are scary in the sense of that they are the unknown. But to have that, that desire to want more, that motivation to get the lives they truly deserve, just to, show up, ask questions, and, participate. That's in most cases, the showing up is 90% of the job. You know what I mean? You're not going to get anything done without showing up. I mean, all these or most of these persons that I deal with, they already have a lot of characteristics. They don't see them as being positive characteristics, but they can use them. The motivation, that dedication that they already have can be geared towards something positive, and most commonly it is by the time they get to us. But for us to help them identify them, I think motivates them more. And it's just it's a great class and it's a great opportunity. It truly is, and I enjoy working with each and every person that I work with. We just did an orientation, so to speak, where people picked up their equipment, and I just it makes me happy, truthfully, to see people there, to see people that have made the decision to get into recovery and take that next step into getting that life that they deserve. Well, again, I always resort back to to the recovery, and I often ask the participants, what are some characteristics of a person in recovery. We usually go around the room, and they'll be reliable, accountable, on time. All these characteristics that somebody has in recovery that they've learned or relearned. And then I ask them, what is an employer looking for? And it's all those characteristics that I had learned in recovery. I said, what is this a significant other or a spouse looking for? And it's all those characteristics that they've learned in recovery. So prioritizing the recovery opens the door to all these other avenues that, can distract a person at some point. That's why I always refer them back to the recovery to prioritize the recovery, because all these other things are just going to happen. These relationships, these employment, people, they see a person in recovery as an asset at some point, because again, they have all those characteristics and they present as that because they are that. I think it's an extreme asset for a company to have somebody in recovery. I truly do. I'm in recovery myself. Um, I'm early every day. I show up on time, or early, like I just said. I'm very reliable. It's just, these characteristics that a person in recovery brings to the table can't be ignored and shouldn't be. I believe there was a stigma at some point, but I think, the amount of people that are being affected by the, substance use epidemic in general, and the recovery piece too. I think people are more aware, more accepting as they should be. These are people that are deserving of an opportunity, and they're earning it. It's not given, they're earning it. The recovery should be emphasized and prioritized in the beginning, but at a certain point, I believe that people have to get back into the workforce, and to feel a part of something, to have purpose, to be a part of a team. I mean, all those things, I believe that they motivate people. They get people to, maintain what they're doing because they see the value in it. A lot of value is created in recovery, and employment is one of those pieces, because commonly a person in active addiction does not have the ability to even show for work, never mind be an extreme asset to a company. So I think it's a motivator, to say the least, what they have to bring to the table. And it benefits the person in recovery to be a part of something, to have that purpose. Commonly a person of an active addiction lacks purpose, or they can't identify purpose at that point. And to have that purpose, I think, again, is very important and an extreme motivator.